how are you? Welcome to my channel. My name is Ruth and today I'm doing the update to my team project pan. This is my yearly rolling style project pan. It was created by Kat Hailey and I'll have them both linked down below. You can do a quarterly refresh, but I'm trying to use all of these items to completion. I want to finish 22 in 22, and my goal with this was when I finished a product, I'd roll in another one until I got up to 22 products in total, if that makes sense. Once I hit the 22 product goal, I'm not going to roll anything in. I'm going to let it work its way back down to 10 products. And once, if I dip below 10, I'll roll something new in then. I hope that makes sense, because some of these products are going to take me the year to finish, and I do a lot of other project pans, so I don't want to be overwhelming myself with products. And like that, if I can finish completely from start to finish 22 products in 2022, I'll be delighted with that. That is phenomenal. I obviously will finish other products in other projects or just organically, but just for this project, I can tell you now that I've reached the 22 product goal. There's 2 items coming in this month. Well, technically they came in last month, but I didn't update this last month because I was sick and blah, blah, blah. So I just myself rolled in 2 new products because I wanted to keep the momentum going. So I'll update you on those today. But I won't be rolling anything else new into this project after this month until I'm below 10 products. I hope that makes sense. You'll understand as we go. So let's get started. The first item I have in, unless I say so, these have all been in since January. This is the Beauty Jar Monomore Peony and Seaweed Extract Natural Shower Gel. This is it here, and it rolled in up here, so that's January, that was February. Obviously I had no March update, but now I am right down to here. So I have used this 18 times in total, and there's probably only 1 or 2 uses left in it, to be honest. So this will be probably done for next month. I probably, if I'd left this update go excuse me, a little bit further, I might have made it, but we unfortunately have a family funeral to go to in the next couple of days, which is not in our county, it's the other side of the country basically, so we'll be away for a couple of days. So I kind of need to get some filming done. Next up is the Righteous Butter Body Lotion from Soap and Glory. This is it here, very nice, I'm really enjoying it. My only issue with this is that it is quite a thick lotion, and with thick lotions I would like it to be gone before the hot ones get here. Hot for us in Ireland. But this is where we're at. So it was brand new when I wrote it in January, only down to here in February, but now we're down to here in April because this is my main focus product with regards to body lotion. So I'm tipping through it. You don't need a whole lot of it, so look, this will probably take me the year to use up, but I know I said I'm not kind of rolling stuff in and out like refreshes and stuff, but if it's a thing we get to the very hot months and I still haven't finished this, I might roll it out just until autumn time and bring it back in then and finish it then, if that makes sense. Because I just, it takes a while to sink in, and I don't mind that in the winter. But in the summertime I'm not as big a fan because I get very warm. But anyway, progress has been made. I've used it 26 times. So you can see, like, that's 26 times and I'm not even halfway through it yet. Next up is my hair product. It's the Olaplex No. 7 Bonding Oil. Here it is here. And we're down to that red mark here. So we're making better progress than we have been doing, sure, that for certain. I've used this 26 times. 26 times, guys. And I use a few drops every time. I don't love this, which is very disappointing to me because it's not cheap. But what I've been doing is I've been using it as like a pre-wash, kind of putting a bit more in pre-wash, kind of an hour before I wash my hair. Or sometimes I'll mix it in with their hair mask. Things like that, just finding alternative ways to use it. It's a disappointment to me because it's not cheap, and I don't find my hair doesn't feel soft or silky or smooth after using it, basically, and that's how I'd like it to feel after using an oil, you would have thought. But I've used it, yeah, 26 times, and I've used 8 grams of product so far, so it's getting its use. Next up is my toner, and this is the Lacura Healthy Glow Rose Toner, a moisturising and calming toner with hyaluronic acid, rose and elderflower. Look at, what was I thinking? It clearly says on it, rose. I don't like the scent of rose. Why did I buy this? Look at, the madness overtook me, okay? But we've got loads of progress on this. So this was the January intro, this was the February update, and now we're all the way down to here. So this is another one, more than likely that'll be finished next month. I have used it 76 times, and I have used, don't have a weight on it, but 76 times, you know, it's definitely, I mean, it's from Aldi, so it's not expensive at all, so it's definitely worth it. This one wasn't worth it, however. This is Aldi as well. It is the Lacura Jelly Cleanser with marula oil, glycerin and watermelon extract. I have this completely finished, but my skin did not enjoy this. My face didn't enjoy it. And I think, yes, when I looked up the ingredients, it's down a bit, but it's there, coconut acid. I'm finding that products that have coconut oil in it, or coconut derivative of some sort, my skin doesn't like it. It gets a bit irritated by it. Not like completely flared up, but sensitized. I mean, I would use this, and I usually, you know, I'll faff about or whatever, and I'll start my skincare, and I just feel like, oh, do you know, whatever I've been putting on would sting. Whether it was something that was like lactic acid or glycolic acid, or just my or hyaluronic acid, that shouldn't sting at all, no matter what you have underneath it. So I ended up using that up as a shower gel. So that's why that beauty jar one isn't finished yet, because I was using this as a shower gel as well, just to get it used up. So I wouldn't repurchase this. I used it 35 times, and I used 31.12 grams of product. So that is donezo. Next up we have my moisturizer. This is the Lacura Moisture Boost. This is what the packaging looks like, and this was brand new and full when I brought it in, and this is what we're looking like now. I hope you can see. We're a good way down, we're halfway down, I'd say. I have put a mark on it, the red line there. But definitely we're halfway through it, and this is fine. I had it before and enjoyed it, but at the time I wasn't as in tune with my skincare, if that makes sense. I wasn't as knowledgeable maybe as I am now, and this time round it's fine. I'm noticing, especially on my neck, I'm noticing it pilling a bit, which I thought odd, but anyway, I will use it up. That's not an issue. I have used it 51 times so far, and I have used 33.79 grams of product, so tipping along very nicely. Next up is another empty, and it's a makeup item, which is so exciting. This is the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. I hope you can see. She is completely done. So January, February, and now we're into April, and we have scraped every last bit out, and it is done. So I would even use this on days that I wasn't wearing makeup as such. I would pop it on just to give my skin a bit of a healthy kind of glow on it, and it was fine. It was lovely. I'm not devastated that I can't repurchase it. I will survive, but it's done, and I'm thrilled about that. So that is a makeup item done. I used it 63 times for that little squeezy tube of it, and I used 6.92 grams of product. Another empty, very exciting. I have the IT Cosmetics CC foundation. Now granted, it was a deluxe size or travel size, whatever it is, but there it is there, and she's, again, this was brand new when I wrote it in January. I used it 33 times and used 6.54 grams of product, and I hope you can see that I have used it all up. I scraped it all out, and she is done. Who am I? Very exciting. Next up, another empty. Thank you very much. This is my face powder, and this was the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder. Now look, it was a mini. It's only a little baby, but look, it is all done. And it took a while. 30 uses I got out of this. I mean, this tiny little tub. Just took the stopper out of it there, the little sifter, which I had to take out anyway because it was a bit faffy trying to get the powder out through those little holes. But I'll keep this because it'll be handy for something else, maybe like a powder highlighter or something along those lines. So I will keep it for that. But I got 30 uses out of it, and I used 1 gram of product. My little powder. Next up is my blush palette. Now, I've used this 29 times, and yet I've only used 0.27 grams of product. Slightly disappointed, but there you go. This is what she's looking like. Look, yeah, we don't have stellar progress, let's be honest. Having said that, I think I'm starting to see the rings on this. My goal with this is to, not to finish it, but to hit pan on each blush by the end of the year. I'd be really, really happy with that, because it's on its last legs. This is the Ultra Blush Palette in Sugar and Spice. You know, the smell has changed it definitely, but I'm not having any ill effects on my skin. I'm enjoying, say today now I'm using this shade here, which is kind of a peachy tone of blush. And over top of it, I've just popped a little bit of the Orgasm blush from NARS and kept it kind of higher to make it into kind of like a highlighted kind of blush. And I've been enjoying doing little things like that with this palette, because I'm not a big fan of matte blush. But the colours in this are very pretty. They are very pigmented. You don't need a lot. So I can definitely see the rings. I can see the rings on this one, and this one so far. The other 3, not so much. I don't know, but I'm trying. You know, it's just, I felt like it was a challenge, and a challenge I wanted to do. But obviously that'll be staying in. Next up, flip my little notebook. My highlighter. My highlighter is the Becca highlighter in Opal. I'm hoping I'll have a picture up. I'm not sure if I actually took one in January or not, but I've definitely expanded the pan quite a bit on this. I've used it only 10 times, but one of those times I actually scraped some of it in with a lotion to try and see how I liked it as a glowy kind of lotion. We had about a week of gorgeous sunshine, and you know, the old décolletage was out and that, and the lower arms are out and the legs are out, and I just want a little bit of a glisten. And yeah, it came out nice. It's actually, because it's actually quite dark, and it actually tinted it tinted the lotion a little bit, so giving it a bit of warmth, which was kind of nice. So that's why there's such a big, you know, for 10 uses, how the pan has expanded so much. And the reason you're thinking, oh Ruth, why are you doing that? Why don't you use a different one? I don't particularly like this product. I find it a bit dark. I find it kind of emphasizes imperfections. It's not the right word for them. You know, they're wrinkles, they're laughter lines. What's imperfect about that? But they emphasize them, and maybe not in the most attractive of ways. And if I have any kind of, what am I trying to say here, people? No, not pigmentation. You know what I'm trying to say. Any lumps and bumps on the skin. It emphasizes it. Not my favorite. So if it's a case that this, you know, that I continue to do that and use it up in that way, I'm fine with that as long as it's getting used. But anyway, obviously it's staying in, and that is all I have to say about that. Next up is my lip liner. This is the Millie Macintosh lip liner. That was kind of a Christmassy thing 2-3 years ago. I've used 0.25 and I've used it 10 times, and I have my little, I'm going to give my little eyeball a little dab. And just, I know now this will throw the balance out for a minute, but sure we'll be fine with that. This is the eyeliner. So that was the intro, and that is where we're at now. So I have used a bit of it. I'm kind of tipping away with it slowly. Sure, I have too many lip products and too many projects, so how could I possibly make any sort of headway? idiot that I am. So yeah, it'll be staying in, but I'm tipping away, and it's a lovely shade. It's kind of a peachy pink, and I think especially now coming into the spring and summer, I'll probably use it a bit more. Maybe it wasn't what I was feeling the urge to wear in a more wintertime months. I'm sorry if the lighting has changed a lot. It's getting so dark out, and I mean, it doesn't get dark till 8 o'clock and it's only 5 o'clock, but it's just getting really not pleasant out. Next up is my lip product, and this is the e.l.f. Ride or Die Lip Balm in Tough Cookie. I adore this. The packaging is a pain in the arse. The product is so hard and so thick, and it's so hard to get it out. But Rita from 10 Red Lipsticks gave me the little tip to, I think she had to put on her bra when she gets ready to warm it up. What I do is I put it just under my thigh while I'm doing my eye makeup, because I do my eye makeup first. And by the time I'm ready to do the rest of my face, I whip it out and I pop it on my lips, and it comes out so easy. It's so soft, but it goes back rock hard again so quickly. But I love the shade of it. I love the feel of it on the lips. It's so hydrated. I just love everything about it, bar the stupid packaging and just trying to get it. Now, I do think in the summer months it'll probably be easier to use, because like even now just in my hand it's softening up really quickly. And in the summer months, if I remember correctly, last year it was much easier to use. Do you know what I mean? Because the product was constantly warm and not as solid. But anyway, all of that is to say I've used it 47 times, and it looks like I've barely used any. Like, it's just so slow going, but I don't care. I've used 1.2 grams of product, which seems like quite a lot, but it looks like it's nearly brand new, you know, but obviously value for money there. Next is my Liqueur Brow Gel in Light. This is it here, and I have used this 62 times, which is only 0.51 grams of product. What's the mascara? What do you expect? This is the one here, and I'm letting this go now as well. I've had this on the go, we're in April now, so this, you know, 3.5 months, and it's gone very dry and bitty and just not pleasant to use anymore. And I have other brow gels. I don't need to be fighting with it to get it to work, you know what I mean? So I'm calling that done. Eyeliner is my NYX pencil in the shade brown. Definitely tipping away. I have to be careful with this, because I have found if I pull the top off too quickly, the whole pencil is coming out. So obviously it has starting to dry up a bit. But again, I feel like I'm getting good use on it. This is my pencil here, and if you can see, we're right down to here. So that's how much we've used so far this year, which is great for me, because I only really use it for tightlining the upper waterline mainly, and sometimes the bottom waterline. That's the extent of my use on it. But I've used it, what did I say, 36 times and 0.71 grams of product. So it's getting consistent use, which I'm very happy about. This is going to be a long one, guys. Next up is my setting spray. This is the XX Revolution Freeze Fix Setting Spray. And this is where we're at. So January, February, and then a big jump in April. Obviously March would have been around there. But as well as that, it's the only spray that I have in the project at the moment, so it's getting obviously more use because of that, and more consistent use. I have used it 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 33 times, and that is 40.81 grams of product. I say grams, I know it's a liquid, but I weigh it on my scales with everything else. Oh, the trees are really starting to move there. I knew we were getting a storm incoming. I didn't think till tomorrow. Anyway, you don't care, or maybe you do, because you like to hear a weather forecast. I'm looking out at the trees, and you can see all the buds. We don't. The estate outside our wall has 3 sycamore trees, and all the leaves, the buds are getting really big and thick on it, which is lovely to see, because it means, you know, spring is really on the move. But I'm just waiting for that tree pollen blast. It'll be joyful. Anywho, what did I say, 40.81. So yeah, it's still in. and it'll probably be in for another couple of months. Next up is a shampoo, and now we're getting into ones that I have rotated in. These were rotated in February, I believe. Wouldn't it have been February? I think so. Anyway, which is whether it wasn't. They're not in since January. This is the Alpha Parf shampoo, moisture for dry hair. And my goal is to finish this. I've used it 12 times and I have used 61.54 grams of product. I've repurchased this the last time I went to get my hair done. They said it's the best, because I was saying should I get Olaplex or that, they were saying that this is better for my type of hair, and I said, well, you're the expert, so fair enough. And like, they have Olaplex there as well, so it's not like, you know, they were trying to compete with another brand. You know, they had them both on the shelves there. Also, I have the Pantene or Pantene, whatever way you like to say it, Pro V 3-minute Miracle Repair and Protect Conditioner. This is it here. We're nearly done, guys. We're very, very close to being done. I used it 8 times and I've used 34.54 grams of product. So I'd say this might be an empty for next update, hopefully. And then the 2 that I rolled in last month, even though I didn't have a YouTube update, I just kind of wanted to roll in when I had 2 finished. I wanted to roll in 2 more. The Lecura Super Booster Vitamin C Serum. This is it here, and I rolled it in last month and it was brand new, and we're now down to here. Very peculiar product. You hear the word serum, you think, well, I think a more liquid looking or water looking, if you know what I mean, a clear kind of thing. And this is what it looks like. It's white, more like a lotion kind of. Quite peculiar, but my skin seems to be enjoying it. It's not having any kind of an adverse reaction to it, and it sinks in nicely and it sits under my makeup nicely, so all is well. Vitamin C I usually use in my morning routine, so yeah, I have used it 15 times, and I'm say that might be done actually next month, all going well. And last but by no means least, because this is one of my favourite products of all time, I have the CosRX Advanced Snail 96 Mucin Power Essence, and I adore this. I adore this. So it came in brand new and we're now down to here. Again, I've used this 15 times. This and the vitamin C rolled in at the same time. But this is my nighttime hydration kind of step, as opposed to hyaluronic acid. I use this at night. And I just adore it. I just adore it. My skin drinks it up and thinks it's the best thing since sliced bread. So very happy to have it back in my collection. I usually use about 3 pumps all over and down my neck. And yeah, I love it. This is my second one of these, and it is something that I will continue to repurchase because it's just beautiful. I love it. Oh, that is it. I am done. I am hoarse. This is the 3rd video I've recorded today. So you'll see this makeup look in a few videos. I know you won't mind, because you're good like that. But I just need to get the videos done and get them out, because otherwise I'll be falling behind again, and I just don't want that this month, because it just vexes me. And I don't get the proper rotation of uses on my products, if that makes sense. So if I'm not updating my products, I don't remember to focus in on some products. So it just helps with my usage goals as well. But that CosRX means now that I'm up to, since January, I've had 22 products in this project. I don't necessarily have 22 actively in it now, because some I've obviously rolling out. How many do I actively have in it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I have 15 items in the project at the moment. But as I said, you know, I've completed 7 products already in this project. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, I let this roll down to 10 products. So even if stuff comes out next month, I won't be rolling new stuff in. Not until I hit 10 or below. And then once one of them finishes, I'll roll something new, and I will keep it at the 10 mark until maybe, you know, October or something, and let it run down completely to the end. But yeah, that is it. How are you getting on with your project pans at the moment? Are you doing well? We're into April, so I kind of feel like you're either maybe getting a bit tired of the stuff that you're in and wanting to maybe do a little bit of a refresh. I think because I'm doing so many projects, I don't feel that need so much. And if I'm rolling stuff into other projects like foundations and stuff like that, it means I can bring in something that might be a slight shade deeper for, you know, summertime or like that. Bringing in this NARS blush is in my Nightmare on Panning Street, I think, maybe. I'm not 100%, but you know what I mean? It's kind of a more springy summer blush. So, you know what I mean? I feel like I don't get as bored because I'm constantly rotating stuff into other projects. I think that helps. If I was just doing this project, I might find myself kind of veering away and just playing with the makeup I have in my drawers instead of focusing in on project pan items. Maybe not, who knows. But that's it for today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll chat to you in the next one. Take care. Bye. Slán.